Okay. Wait for this to come up.
Recording in progress.
Here we go. Excellent. All right. Good evening, Dayton. Welcome to the Town of Dayton Planning Board regular meeting and public hearing this Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And as a reminder, this is a public meeting being video and audio recorded for cable broadcast. So at this time, I want to confirm the next meeting is Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. Same time, 7 p.m. in the same location. And first order of business on your agenda is to review, discuss, and act on the revised development flow chart. We're going to table that for this evening because there was some, unless there's anything you want to address, but is a hard copy you have in your packets. This is unchanged. We asked Concom to give us some inputs, and they didn't really provide us any constructive inputs on the flow chart itself, but really what we're asking them to do is to document their process, which I'm sure they have it documented, but we want to get what their normal steps are so we can put it on this flow chart so we can have one concise beginning
One
to end
for all
thing.
boards.
And the other thing I was talking to Carrie about earlier is, I don't know if you want to put the thing about the pack down there or not. Maybe talk about that, but there are, I don't know how often you run those meetings, every other week or once a month, or what's the frequency of that?
Right now it's once a week because we have the new building commissioner.
Oh, okay, all right. It's just, it's like a wrap session.
Pretty much.
Like you show up, you can ask questions about, hey, what do I have to do? People just have questions about the process. And it gives applicants or potential applicants the opportunity just to ask open questions. Where you're not doing it, you can do it in this forum too, but that's actually what that was set up for, right? It's really coordination between those things, but other outside people can come in as long as they give you notice and let you know they're coming, so you can be ready for them. But we might put that on there too. It's up to everybody. But really, if you look at top left where it's start, you get start, and then when you leave this whole thing, you're supposed to be, preparing for your pre-construction meeting, because that is something that happens on their way to storm committee and a stormwater committee and all of that. So we need to make sure everything's lined up. But between start and everything that starts here, there's actually missing pieces, and that's the Concom piece. That's the RDA leading all the way up to the NOI. None of that's on here.
So they have to do that during their meeting.
Yeah. So we want to add more detail, and the whole point of this is to make this useful. Otherwise, it's not useful, and it's confusing, and it misinformation. So we want to make sure we get all the details to help applicants come to town know what they got to do when they got to do it.
We need a vote to table it? No?
No, it's just a discussion item. First actionable item of the agenda is 4B, number 2, Heritage Realty Enterprises, LLC, 0 Wheeler Street, map 2, lot 125. It's a Form A application. Yep. Help yourself, rearrange it however you like. And you have to change the camera, or?
No, I won't be able to.
You want to move it?
Not until we get it up here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we're fine. Okay.
that's good.
All right. Good evening, sir. Please state your name and address.
Good evening, my name's Peter Lavoy. I work with Landmark Site Design.
Thank you.
I'm here tonight representing Heritage Realty. The project's located on Wheeler Street. I think the address that I have is 2161 Wheeler Street. So basically, that address is roughly a 7.33 acre lot, like that. We have a wetland line that goes through here, like that. So basically all we're doing is cutting out one lot in this location here, roughly 50,000 square feet. We are saving a 30-foot strip along the side to access the back lot, but it's not a buildable lot, basically because the whole lot is wet. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So did
Yeah.
you? Oh, I see the wetland line.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had botanists look at it. And
Oh,
So
that
it's
makes
just-
sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you got my question, my email.
I
asked-
didn't,
Yeah, so the way you have, is that all the detail you want to provide?
that's it, yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yep.
So, the way you've got this set up, so the original, yeah, you provided the original dimensions, and then the requirement is 35,000 square feet, 175 feet of frontage, and your front, side, and rear yard setbacks. You're making lot one, which is that little guy there, with 220 feet of frontage, and you got 50,445 square feet, more than adequate.
Mhm.
My question that I sent you was on lot two, you left over 30 feet of frontage,
Mhm.
and we have a provision in the town of Dayton for a retreat lot, but it requires at least 40 feet of frontage. But that also requires how much acreage of upland?
8.
Yeah, so that you don't have that anywhere.
Yeah,
so.
no, I only have this small little piece right here, which is probably 8,000 square feet,
Okay.
not even.
Yeah, it doesn't account for that. Okay. So that's something you definitely don't want to make it 40 feet. You don't want to
No.
have any future provision.
I was basically told how they wanted it cut out.
Right. It's the applicant is what
Yeah,
is
the applicant is
dictating
the one.
this.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make you aware that, not saying it won't be, I don't know, just for future proofing it, I was just asking if the applicant was aware that making it 30 feet vice 40 feet would then make
No,
it
he's
necessary to
fine
change
with
something later.
this. I mean, we have to put our septic as far away as we can from
Okay.
the wetlands, so we try to take as much upland area in that front corner.
I
Is
get
there
it.
town water there?
There is town water there.
Okay. So you could actually get away with 175.
Correct, yeah, but that's what they wanted.
Yeah, they wanted the extra frontage.
Because I think this lot, whatever's left over is going, the person who lives right here, he owns this, so it's just gonna be, he just.
One
wants to-
parcel.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was the only question I had. That makes sense. Anything else, Joe?
I don't have any.
Okay, gentlemen?
So we need the 40 feet.
If it was gonna be a retreat lot, which they have no intention of doing because they have inadequate upland.
Yeah, we don't meet the upland requirement, so.
Okay. Nada? Anybody else here from the public speaking on this? I don't think I think it's just us and them. Oh, sorry, Mr. Hull.
Got a lot of water. Have you been before conservation?
No, not yet.
Also septic issue.
Right, we have tested it, we do have witness perks, so
Mhm.
the next step would be to file with conservation and then file with Board of Health.
Yeah, this is a Form A.
Yep.
So is there anything else, Mr. Hull?
No.
Okay. All right, if nothing else, at this time, if we can, somebody make a motion to approve the application for the Form A for Heritage Realty Enterprises LLC,
I'll make that.
2161 Wheeler Street.
I'll make that motion.
Made, seconded. Any discussion before we take it to a vote? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
4 ayes. It's approved. Thank you. And now we sign the papers.
Do I take the Mylar with me, or do I?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, you wanna come back?
No, I don't. Sometimes make me come back.
I thought you wanted to come back and see us again. Gee, see how fast he said no?
No, I mean, today might be the warmest day of the week. You might want to take it today. After today, it's going to be sub-zero. We're going to know the definition of snowpack
No.
this year, that's for
Well, if
sure.
it's as easy as that, then I'll come back anytime.
Oh, it's not that easy
No,
every
no.
time. But you can try.
Don't scare him away, Joe.
Hey, I'm only being honest.
Sorry.
Ooh, it's an auto page turning machine. Damn it.
forgot my little rubber finger.
Can't we get stamps?
Signature on the last page is gonna be different than the other three. It looked like it was an earthquake in that last one.
Has to close
I
it.
promise we're very professional.
I'm not done yet.
The camera's on, we can't help ourselves. Broadcasting live.
Thank you.
Done.
That's it.
You sure you folded them all?
I'm sure.
Okay, there you go.
Are you folks here for the public hearing?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see if we can take that out of order. They probably don't want to hear us talking about our budget.
What's that?
They probably don't want to hear us talking about our budget.
Probably not. Well,
It might get very heated.
Only him.
We're gonna have to talk about your parking spot, Joe. It's awfully expensive to keep that
I
up.
parked right behind Carrie
Thank you
so
again.
she can hit
Good
me.
night.
Good night.
Hey, you boxed her in? All
Yeah. That way she
That's right.
can push me out.
right, can somebody make a motion to take the agenda out of order to discuss item 4C1, the public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right, next item on the agenda is the public hearing for Tyler Gooch and Brad Staples, 553 and 543 Center Street, map 13, lot 42 and 42A. And stand by, I gotta find the statement now. Should have already been there. All right, Town of Dayton, notice of public hearing in accordance with the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 9, the Dayton Planning Board will conduct a public hearing on the petition of Tyler Gooch and Brad Staples for the construction of a new 4-bay commercial contractor garage with associated parking located at 553 and 543 Center Street, Dayton, shown as Dayton Assessor's Map 13, lots 42 and 42A, pursuant to sections 4900, 5300, and 5400 of the Town of Dayton zoning bylaws. Said property is located in a residential and agricultural district and mixed-use overlay district. Copies of the application plan may be requested by email at Carrie Day, K Easter Day. I'm sorry, I'm so confused. K Easter Day at Dayton-mass.gov or by visiting Town of Dayton Planning Board's website. Any person wishing to be heard on the above application should appear at the time and place designated for the public town hearing. Okay, so somebody mind make a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Awesome. All right. So, are you here to present for the project this evening?
Yes,
Please state your name and address.
it's Evan Watson from W Engineering with an office on Jefferson Street in Taunton.
Great. All right. I didn't think you were planning on being here this evening.
I wasn't, but I heard maybe there would be some abutters. I didn't want to leave them to the the hearing I had in Rainham kind of wrapped up a little
All
early.
right.
So.
We don't have any abutters this evening, do we?
I don't-
no, I'm surprised. I
Okay,
do
all
have
right.
some input, but
Okay. Well, we'll let you present, and then we'll handle that after. So, please continue.
Very good. So this is a proposed mixed-use proposal, like you said, with a special permit and site plan review at 553 Center Street. First, step through the plans, describe the existing condition of the property. So it's actually, there's two buildings on these lots. There's an existing house here and an existing trailer style house here. We have Center Street on the top of the page, which is up the north. And over here on the west side, we have the Sunken Brook with associated BBW, it's the top of the bank. Out here, we have a flood zone that's just off the edge of the property, and then a little bit of a riverfront area here. On this side, a existing gravel drive goes through that extends out to Brad's house in the back. And then I showed where we did some test pits for the proposed septic system. The lot does have access to water, but no sewer. So what we're proposing to do is remove the trailer home and then construct a 4-bay garage for the purpose of renting to contractors. So the type of use would be for, let's say, plumbers, HVAC workers, etc. And the idea would be that they could have their stock and some of their tools here at the garage. They could park their work van here, and they could arrive in the morning and meet their workers, hop in the van, grab their tools and stock they need for the day, and head on out to service their customers. Provide an access entrance here. What I have here, I have 16 parking spaces, plus 4 spaces inside for a total of 20 spaces for the 4 bays. In the back, we have a vinyl fence that goes right along the driveway. So the driveway would be still, it would just remain as is. On this side, we would keep the existing house and the existing garage. Oh, there is a pool here too, which would be removed, that's associated with the trailer house.
Okay.
This sheet here details all the site grading, so there's not too much site grading that needs to go on. You basically come in with the existing slope, there's not a lot of fills or cuts required. We do have a proposed septic system in the front under the parking area. We haven't filed with the Board of Health yet, obviously we wanted to get input from the planning board first. And then we have a couple stormwater infiltration areas off to the side.
That's the last page I have.
Yeah, that's the last page, so I did just prepare a more nice looking plan here to kind of get a feel for how the site would look with the aerial photograph and showing the resource areas. We have filed with the Conservation Commission already, and it is under third-party review. So we've just recently funded the third-party review for conservation and for the planning board. So I'd be open to take any of your questions, should you have any, and take any input from the public that might have come across Kerry's
Okay,
desk.
so we're gonna go to the members of the board first, and then we'll circle back with public input.
Is this cold storage only?
No cold storage. It would
No,
just,
I mean, no heating,
No-
no
no
bathrooms,
climate.
no
yeah, there
no
would
climate
be,
control, just a building.
no, there would be a bathroom
There
with
would
climate
be,
control
okay.
and things like that.
Alright.
Yeah, so it would be like the, a place that, Joe the plumber could have as his address, that he could receive mail at and have a bathroom and a little desk in there or something like that, so.
Okay.
It's not anticipated that, well, there's no customers that come here. It's not, let me go to the HVAC place at the shopping center. It's just to accommodate the contractor's equipment.
How would that be done? They're gonna have their own address on there. You're gonna prevent people from coming in? Is that?
It would be prevented from coming in, but it's not something that, somebody could knock on anybody's door, but it's basically just a rental bay with a door on it. So there would be no signs necessarily out on the street, maybe a small little placard on the door, but not a place.
How big a units are those?
50 by 25?
So it's a 50 by 100 building.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one thing, not to interrupt, but it's worth mentioning that this is in the residential 1 zoning district in the mixed-use overlay. So something of this nature is allowed, which we received a zoning opinion from the zoning enforcement officer, which I think is included in your packet.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah, thank you. Is there any questions?
Do you guys plan on like doing any screening from the road, like arborvitae's? I'm just trying to anticipate those emails.
It looks pretty.
It's not gonna look like just a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, there's maybe a few maybe we could save a tree here. There's not too many trees out front that we could save, and obviously, the trees are kind of mature, so we don't want them to fall over and, contact the building or anything like that. So, right now, there's no plans for adding, additional planting along the street.
And is it
How,
oh,
sorry,
post and beam, metal building? type?
Steel metal, yeah,
Yeah.
red iron.
Mhm.
Lightning's pretty with dormers and everything.
how tall are you thinking?
Less than 35 feet, it says. Yeah, it's like 25 feet to the peak, I think. It's some of the buildings I've looked at, you know.
So you're looking at 20-foot walls.
Yeah, roughly 14-foot bay doors, 20-foot high wall. Give or take, that's kind of like what we'll look for, so.
Mhm. Yeah, to get
Has-
a ban.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have the neighbors been notified?
butters were notified.
It's a cold night.
Don't worry, we've got a lot of phone
It
calls.
is New England.
We've been there forever, so they just know us and call us now.
Yeah, I talked to Bill this morning.
I did have something else, though it's not necessarily a question for you. So unfortunately, the way the bylaws are written for mixed use in this scenario, I find a little confusing. The bylaws are written in not the best way, which is why we had to get an opinion.
Yes.
That was the opinion of the former building commissioner. We do have a new one. I gotta get asked to look at it. But
I don't see that being, I don't see that we have to get a new opinion. That's what
no,
you're getting
but
at.
I would feel more comfortable if we had legal counsel just review the opinion. I actually have no problem with the opinion personally, but I just wanna make sure there's firm ground, particularly if we do down the road get a butter challenges, that this does not become an issue that, whether the bylaws say precisely and blah, blah, blah. So that would be, my request. I don't know how the rest of the board feels about it, but
Anything else, Joe? You were about to say something, sorry, I'm just saying, anything else?
No, I'm just looking at the appearance of this there. I don't know. It's not my place, I don't live there. But a tall building like that is not gonna have the best appearance there. But you're saying you may do some screening there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna make it look nice.
He lives in the back.
I live in the
He
back.
doesn't want it to be
I'm
ugly.
the abutter.
That's what I was gonna mention, is Brad actually lives
I'm the abutter.
just off the page down here, so.
Got it.
He didn't wanna just put up a space metal truss building.
I have to look at it every day. I want it to look nice.
So he was envisioning having actual like architectural roof lines and things like that, not just a, you think of a contractor garage and I think of a corrugated metal
Mhm.
building that's painted green
Mhm.
with, white doors on the front, but
Got it.
he wants, because he's right there, they still own this property as well, that's being rented, so they want to fit in.
If you're going with 14-foot high garages, you don't need to go to 20-foot walls.
No, I don't, but a lot of the buildings I've got prices back on, that's how a lot of them are, for the majority of them. That's why that came into that play.
We
Okay.
haven't settled on exactly
No, but a lot of the
which one,
codes,
but
like what,
that's
that's,
a lot of how they're coming in.
that's like a standard fit when you get a 14-foot high door.
Well,
When you get a high peak, you don't have a lot of room width on the top.
yeah, I'm not worried about the PVs. They can't put them in unless they meet the code. But we're not voting on this for tonight, are we?
No, I'm just
Approving.
trying to get all your questions. No, this has to be continued because we gotta get, the engineering review.
Oh,
So
okay.
that hasn't happened yet. So,
Okay.
no, we're not voting on it tonight. Anything else, Chris?
No.
So we have, are these the two items we were gonna read? The letter from the, police, fire chief. Good morning, Carrie. This is an email from, January 6th. Good morning, Carrie. Reviewed the site plans and don't see any concerns, from the police chief. Fire, yeah. Police chief, thank you. And then, where's the fire?
We didn't get fired.
Didn't get fired yet.
So we got highway.
Good highway. And then highway superintendent, also, for Carrie, also wrote, as for the highway department, this is on January 5th. As for the highway department concerns, this plan looks fine as presented. So we got inputs from both of those folks. Were there any other public inputs?
I have one more.
Not to interrupt, you said that the police had no concerns, the fire hadn't chimed in yet?
Police, the fire have not chimed in yet.
Okay.
So we anticipate hearing from them soon. Especially since we're continuing this, we're not talking about this for another couple weeks.
Alright, so this was addressed on January 20th of 2026 from, excuse me, Nicholas and Celine Burns of 505 Center Street. Dear members of the planning board, I am writing as an abutter regarding the application for the construction of a new 4-bay commercial contractor garage with associated parking at 553 and 543 Center Street. I plan to attend the public hearing, however, I am submitting my questions and concerns in writing in the event I'm unable to make it to the hearing in person, so I can ensure they are included in the record. At this time, I am not expressing explicit opposition to the proposed garage, but I would appreciate clarification on several aspects of the proposal to better understand how it will integrate with the surrounding residential and agricultural properties. See below. A, site use and operations. What are the proposed hours of operation for the business and for on-site activity? Do we want to stop and answer these, or do you want me to keep going?
Stop and answer them one
Okay.
by one. If she listens to the recording, she can hopefully
yeah.
get the answers. Right.
So what are the proposed hours of operation for the business and for on-site activity?
Well, we don't have any proposed right now, I don't know if there's a bylaw that,
Town bylaws.
yeah, that
Well, the
basically
town bylaws
limits
will
the,
Abide by them.
the time.
It'll be in the decision, right?
It has to be in the conditions because
conditions.
the town does not have.
We should actually vote on that now, right?
Well, no, you would do that
It'd
at
be in
the
the
end.
conditions.
once you
Just
get
put it on the
everything done.
conditions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I ask, given who you expect to have for customers, what kind of window would those people typically be looking for? In
Well,
terms
it's
of
not-
access in the morning, how early, in the late
You know, I don't know until I start getting interviews with people, you know, I have no idea.
Okay,
Because the
It's not gonna be
contractors
retail,
start
you
early.
can't go in there and buy things like a store.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be a storage, a facility.
but people will probably wanna get in early.
Yeah, you figure an electrician wants to be
Yeah,
on the
you
job
gotta
by
be in
7
there.
or 8, he's
7
gonna wanna be
there
there
at
at like
5.
6:30.
Yeah,
Right,
5 to 5, I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
right.
that's generally what it's probably
Standard
gonna be.
hours,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say, you
Yeah.
know.
That's
Nothing
what I
out
would
of the
expect.
ordinary.
Probably like 5 to 5, 5 to 6 something, I mean, I know I get to the office at.
Five is in the morning is kind of tough for neighbors, you know, that's,
That's early, yeah. Well, it's not like we're gonna have big commercial equipment there. You're gonna have vans.
well, you
Just
don't
like
know.
some-
You're gonna be renting these, right?
We're gonna be renting them, right, but
Yeah.
you don't have storage to put big equipment, so what are you gonna be really hauling out of there, like vans and stuff?
Right, there's enough room to put, I anticipate there would be like Sprinter vans parked
Yeah.
over here or in front of the garage. The contractor would come in, park his daily driver, go inside, get ready for the day, jump in the van, and leave.
Well, that brings up one question. The contractor will come in and park his daily driver. What about the employees that are gonna be taking those? You own that now, okay?
All right. Put a piece of bubble gum on it.
Okay. The parking per 100 square feet, how many parking spaces they have to have?
So in the bylaw, it doesn't have an amount for this particular use, but I can show you in the parking summary. So there's 5 parking spaces per bay or 4 spaces per 1,000 square feet, which is a good ratio. Usually you look between like 3.5 to 5 per 1,000. You know, for like a storefront, you would want 5 per 1,000, where you would have employees working there and public coming and going. Where this, we're not having public or go, it's just employees. Each bay would get 5 parking spots available to them.
So you have how many?
A total of
16. right?
16 plus the 4 in the garage. Total of 20.
Okay. My biggest concern is renting to someone that's gonna be over there fixing cars.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow it.
No, I don't think that's actually allowed in the use regulation. It's like
Yeah,
automotive
we read into
repair.
that.
Yeah,
Landscapers, things like that, they're gonna be fixing the equipment there, on a daily basis,
I don't think
you
there'd
know.
be enough room for a landscaper either, because they usually have lots of, heavy equipment and things like that. It's-
Well, you see my concern?
Oh, I see all of it, yeah, no, I absolutely.
It's, and then, we'll be getting the calls from the neighbors on this, that, and the other thing. That's the issue that I see. Just wanna make sure that we cover all bases on this, and so there may be things on the decision that you may not like, so.
So we have to set the conditions in the decision. So we'll have to note that.
So we can
Thanks,
get some
Sid.
more information back to you about the hours of
Yeah.
Okay,
operation.
all right.
And would you allow overnight parking if people want to store their heavy equipment there in one of the spots? Is that something
No,
you're
you
gonna
have
allow?
to be in the bay,
Okay.
We have to come to all of those determinations,
Right,
but,
okay.
Which would all be in a lease
we have to look
agreement.
at all the laws and what's legal and what the town approves as well. We wanna go the right way about it all.
We're not trying to make enemies, we're just trying to not look at the ugly trailer anymore.
All right, next.
How many employees or contractor vehicles are anticipated to be on site each day?
Well, there's up to 20 parking spaces, so,
Okay.
and 4 of those are in the bay, which is probably where the main work vehicle would be parked, so there's 16 exterior spaces, so less than 16.
Okay. Will there be any mechanical or maintenance activities occurring on site outside of just receiving tools?
No.
That's a tough, you're gonna have
Not
a,
allowed to, okay, that's gonna be a rule.
you're gonna have a tough time policing that one.
Yeah. Well, that could also be a condition in the special permit.
Yeah, it's a condition that we impose, but how does he police that? How does he,
Right?
Yeah, true.
No.
No, you need to use honor, correct.
It's like
you
the
know what
honor
I mean?
system.
I can't sit
Once
in
you
there
get somebody in there for a
24/7.
lease.
I can't put a camera system in their bay, I can put them outside, but I can't put them in their bay,
The neighbors
Yeah.
can police it.
Well,
yeah, neighbors will.
We're friends with them all,
Well, the
so
good thing we have is he lives right there, so
Right.
he'll know if he
I
smells
don't
stuff
really
and
miss
sees
much,
stuff being
let's
dumped.
just say that.
Well, to that point, we didn't really provide enough room to have, heavy equipment being parked here, being, stored, being worked on, loaded, unloaded, all that type of thing, so it wouldn't be like a low bed trailer truck pulling up in here, loading and unloading
Yeah,
excavators
no,
and things like that.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I see Motorcycles, I see just storage of different equipment there, small equipment. That's what I see.
Are those bays gonna be partitioned?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
if, you know, when we advertise, if someone wants 2 bays open, then we'll keep 2 open, we'll petition the rest.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna leave that open until
Mhm.
we get to that point.
Till you figure out
know
what you're
I
doing.
mean?
Okay.
Because you don't know what somebody's looking for.
There may be somebody that'll take it all.
You don't know, so that's why.
Now it becomes available to put heavy equipment in it.
Depends on the rules I set in
That'd probably
place.
be something we wouldn't allow.
That would
but-
be part of the lease agreement that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, noise mitigation. Will there be any measures taken to prevent early morning or late night noise from trucks, equipment, or garage operations from affecting neighboring residential properties?
Sounds like another condition.
There's no plan, I mean, it's, the proposed use is, we're planning on not having uses that create lots of noise. So again, the only exterior equipment will probably be the condenser for the air conditioner, and there's no other need to have equipment outside or be operating equipment other than a vehicle. Again, so like a Sprinter van or something of that nature.
Mhm.
It's not the type of case where, again, like a 10-wheel dump truck or something that's gonna be showing up at 5 AM and parked on the street idling for hours, you know?
Okay.
Can I just ask a question? Actually, it's for Joe, because of his experience. Most of the noise, if it is generated, I imagine would be occurring from within the bay. So if they're in the bay and they've got the door closed, maybe they have it open, but if they've got the door closed, is it even possible to have baffles in there that mitigate noise in a scenario like that, or not really?
It's a metal building.
No.
I mean, most likely you're gonna have it insulated.
Right.
It'll be
It's to your advantage to do that, because if you don't,
Well, I mean, it's gonna be insulated.
that place will rot in no time
Oh,
at
it's
all,
gonna be
you know,
completely
so. That
That helps.
that will help the noise,
The insulation.
the
Mhm.
insulation,
okay.
yeah, so.
That'll be insulated doors and everything.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
Next. Will the structure be sound insulated or otherwise designed to limit noise impact?
Yes. Next.
Will there be any dedicated landscaping installed that will mitigate the noise even in the winter months when most of the trees are bare?
We
Deciduous.
weren't planning on having any noise, and we weren't at this time planning any plantings.
Okay.
Other than, I think there is some plantings. over
Yeah, I
there,
got
but
trees
it's-
along the whole back.
Across the
Try to
back.
move those a little bit.
Yeah, it would be nice to have them up front, that kind
Out
of,
front, yeah, once we see what the layout's gonna be, it's gonna get planted nice, like the flagpole's gonna come out front, we'll put out varieties, it'll look presentable, you know?
Yeah, so arborvitae's will be seasonal, will be.
I'm hearing that now, you know,
Right.
I'll drive up the road.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm only kidding.
You wanna put that in the list of conditions, like plant things out front for screening or something along those lines,
All right,
once construction is complete?
ready for next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Lighting, what types of exterior security lighting are proposed for the building and parking area?
I didn't see any of that. I didn't notice it.
I didn't propose any lighting. I imagine there'd be a light at the door.
I'll have Rab lighting around the whole thing, motion sensitive. With cameras.
And then motion sensitive lighting.
Motion sensitive. I'll have Rabs around the whole thing, motion sensitive.
Yeah,
and I'll
there,
put Rabs-
there isn't that much of an area that wouldn't take care of.
No, those things blow up, I got them around my whole house,
Yeah.
they're impressive.
But to that point, we're not there's not enough here to really, if there's a motion sensor light here that shines into this area, we don't need a 30-foot light pole with, you know, lights
Mhm.
on it.
I do have them for you, but.
And all the lights that are on the building will face down and not out into the yard, and out into the street.
Got it.
Will lighting be fully shielded or dark sky compliant to prevent light spillage on adjacent properties?
That's a term that's usually used for like a light pole that has you know, back in the day, we just put the big light that you could almost feel when you walk near it. So now they have the dark sky compliant that are shielded that just point down. Being that it's just the photosensitive lights, and then just a 100-watt light bulb by the door. There shouldn't be any spillover from the low level of lighting we have.
Will any lights remain on overnight?
No, it'd be motion sensitive. I think it's better that way.
Will the board or conservation commission require ongoing verification that no fuel, solvents, or hazardous materials are stored on site as outlined in the proposal? So that would usually be the,
Can't, as landlords, we do like inspections to make sure that nothing's in there. Like even if we have to write it in our release or put it as a condition, like there will be monthly inspections to make sure there's no hazardous chemicals. Obviously, we have to be able to.
That
lay
will
out
be
what
also
it's-
on the conditions, right?
and then conservation will have to on their behalf. Given the site's proximity to the sunken brook zone A and riverfront wetlands, will a long-term stormwater operation and maintenance plan be required and reviewed?
It was prepared and given to both this board and conservation, so yes, we have that.
How will snow removal, de-icing salts, or potential on-site vehicle drifts, leaks be managed to avoid entering infiltration systems or wetlands?
Well,
You got a huge field to push the snow into.
so the snow can be pushed off the edge over here, and basically we're convenient along the edges. There's enough room to stack snow. And again, Brad owns this area back here, so that's available to push some snow back into. And then our infiltration systems are preceded with a deep sump hooded catch basin that is designed to trap any oil. It's the use here that it's not a auto body, parts store, so I don't see anybody changing their oil, in the driveway or whatnot. But and then there's no large amounts of salt. Salt would be basically spread on an as-needed basis by the plow, whoever comes to take care of it. And I imagine they might have a small bucket to put by the doorway like you have at your house.
That's gonna be a slab inside, obviously,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it'd be a foot in it, slab.
Are you doing a vapor barrier under the slab?
Yep.
So
Just to help, you know what I mean? It's smart to do it.
that will
Right.
help with that,
Mhm.
so.
I think that's code now, you have to have this paper there.
Over certain
Yeah, over
inch,
certain size.
over 5 inches, or
Something like
over
that.
6 or something,
Will any landscaping, fencing, or vegetative buffers be installed to screen the structure, parking area, and vehicle movements from abutting properties?
Right now, there's none planned. I can say though that, I don't know where, 505 exactly, do you know which house that is? No.
No.
Might be one straight across, I'm not sure.
It might be further down. So, just so you have an idea of how the land sits, the roadway itself is at about elevation 20, and then it drops down a little bit to elevation 19 and 18, and then the slab of the garage is at 19.5. So it's about the street grade here. On this side of the street, we're going uphill, so over here is 28, so we're 8 feet higher than the slab elevation, and then it continues to go down in this direction here. So, there's a hill, and we basically set the grade more or less at street grade.
So everything on there drains towards the brook.
Well, we put a little hump here, so the roadway drainage continues doing what it's doing now. And then this water would come in and get into this catch basin, into our infiltration system. I put a high point here, so this goes to this direction, and this goes into this direction here. And then the rest from this point on is just the way it is. There's no proposed grading that way.
Yeah, you see it right here, Joe, so you can see it better. Oh, you got a hard copy.
Just read it here, right?
I hear you.
Hold on.
Wow, this is impressive.
Given the residential and agricultural character of the surrounding properties, how does this proposal meet the intent of the underlying zone district and the mixed-use overlay? So I think this is more,
By definition, it's a mixed use.
Yeah, I think I put that in the impacts, I did submit an impact statement with the application that
Mhm.
details all those.
Yes, it's, I guess you can see the detail on the application, impact statement of the application.
since this use requires a special permit, could the board clarify what specific criteria the applicants must meet under the mixed-use overlay and residential zoning provisions?
There are no special provisions.
Yeah. What specific, no.
As long as the use is not detrimental to the
No.
location that it's being installed, then there are no circumstances that would cause us to have concern.
Yes.
That's why there's a lot of time and a lot of conversation being spent about what's happening around here and how things are being shielded and where the water's going, how lights are illuminating adjacent properties. It's all about being a detriment to the area for a special permit. If there's no findings in that direction, then we have no concerns.
Thank you.
3 more?
2 more.
2 more. We did 2 really fast.
You did 2 really fast. If approved, does the board anticipate placing conditions related to hours of operation, lighting, noise mitigation, environmental protection,
That's boilerplate, yes, absolutely.
or vehicle storage limits to ensure neighborhood impacts remain minimal?
Wow.
Vehicles,
Good questions.
That's, yeah, I
Is-
mean,
Is any monitoring or periodic compliance review, stormwater use limitations, etc., envisioned as part of the special permit?
mhm.
Yes.
That's it.
All right, so in closing, thank you for taking the time to review these questions and considerations. I want to emphasize that I am not explicitly opposing the special permit, rather I am seeking clarification to ensure that the proposed use is compatible with the surrounding residential and agricultural neighborhood. My primary concern is understanding whether the construction and long-term operation of this commercial garage could have negative impacts on the character of the area,
Mhm.
environmental resources, and neighboring property values. I respectfully ask that the board carefully evaluate these potential effects and consider appropriate safeguards or conditions that may help mitigate them. I appreciate the board's commitment to thoughtful and responsible development within the town of Dayton. Respectfully, Nicholas and Celine Burns.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much for the questions submitted. Looking further, we will have another opportunity to get them answered and when we continue this. Yes, sir.
I've heard a lot of discussion about conservation. Would it be appropriate for the applicant to also run this by stormwater for their review and approval?
I believe we are below the threshold required for a stormwater permit. We did submit to conservation already with a notice of intent, and we have a full drainage report, operation maintenance plan, et cetera, that's before them right now, so that's being reviewed.
And just say stormwater does act as an advisory to planning, so to the extent that we ask for any advice from them, that will be, forthcoming in that respect, so.
Thank you. I knew that, wasn't sure how that resolves. The planning board now handles stormwater.
No.
Good.
So I'm sorry. So in order to issue a stormwater permit that's issued at the same time, going through Concom, residential and agricultural areas are under the jurisdiction of the Conservation Commission to issue the stormwater permit. Industrial and business is under the purview of the planning board to issue the stormwater permit.
Yeah, and because we're within jurisdictional area to the Conservation Commission, we are obliged to meet the 10 stormwater standards in the Wetlands Protection Act. So there's a report before them detailing how we meet those.
For conservation, you said you've already filed with them. They're probably gonna have more detailed questions than we have just on the face of it of what we're discussing here. You know what an estimated timeline for when you think you might wrap up with them, just so we're not an impediment to you?
So we just funded the 51G account for both planning and Concom. So depending on when they get back to us, conservation meets once a month, and I think they meet tomorrow, which we won't be doing anything then. So hopefully within at the next meeting, we'll at least have the feedback back and be able to hash it out better.
Thank you.
So, back to your previous statement about legal counsel. I mean, I'm looking at this letter from James Aguirre, and I think this is more than adequate. It says, to the owners and designers of the proposed project, made the determination that your proposed project consisting of residential and commercial uses are consistent with the intent of mixed-use overlay bylaws as written in the Dayton zoning bylaws by special permit, site plan approval from the planning board. So, I mean, we've already done due diligence. I don't see the need for the extra step. I think this is more than adequate for moving forward on this. I don't know. I know how you feel. I don't know how the rest of the board feels about this, but I don't think that's a necessary step as we move forward. I think it's safe to continue for the next one because we want to hear back from the engineer. I think that's the only additional step we're going to do on this to move this forward.
I agree.
Chris? Okay. All right, so is there any other additional public input?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. So at this time, I'd like to,
Woody not on that?
nope, nobody's on. I'd like to make a motion to continue the public hearing to, say to push it to February 4th.
It usually
Well,
takes them about 2 weeks. I just got the hearing today.
So you want to do the second meeting in
So
February?
I'm thinking of February.
Is it the 18th?
18.
It might be the
I
18th.
want to say 18.
It is the 18th. So I make a motion to continue this public hearing to Wednesday, February 18th.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. See you next month.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the details. And nice work, and really impressed by the public input. Kind of blew me away.
Yeah, me too.
That was very, very thorough. That was very thorough, very well written. Really appreciate that.
Very detailed, that's for sure.
It was, yeah.
It's good. It's good to see that. If people did that more often, it makes our lives a lot easier. You know.
I was gonna say, you could almost copy that and just ask the same questions of every application. They're pretty good questions.
Maybe we can have her come in and run our conditions.
Yeah.
Maybe run for a planning board member.
We have a vacancy coming up here very soon.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
Stay warm.
No, we'll try.
All right, so we're going to circle back to everybody's favorite subject, fiscal year 2027 budget.
Ooh.
Item 4B3. Mrs. Easterday,
Yes.
what you got for us?
So the Board of Selectmen Town Administrator has, the Selectmen through the Town Administrator has requested that we come up with two different scenario budgets. One if the debt exclusion does not go through, and the other one is if the debt exclusion does go through.
Okay,
Does not and does. And then with that,
that's the two individual ones.
correct.
Approved debt exclusion, which would be a total of 54,500,
54,500.
and then failed debt exclusion would be 50,000.
50,600.
Got it.
So just so you know, I also, you'll notice that I cut the professional and technical lines on both proposed budgets because the town administrator requested that the no debt exclusion, I had to come in with that budget of 50,600.
Mm-hmm.
And then they requested with the debt exclusion to come in at the 54,500. Everything else was at bare minimum, so really the only place to cut was the professional and technical. I think right now, looking at the current year, we're doing well as far as not coming close to the expending that entire line.
Mm-hmm,
So I think we'll be okay.
okay. Yeah,
With
so I
either scenario.
haven't heard from Serped yet, but I assume that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
usually
I
I
never
hear
know.
from them by now. They can only go 2.5%, so usually what I do is I usually take the rate with 2.5%. And then that way, if it comes in lower,
Mhm.
then I get it out on back, so.
When is their next meeting? I think it's, check, I think it's next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, the meeting is the 28th,
The 28th?
so they should be able to, and they'll have their rates by then. Okay.
And then other than that, pretty much, forgive me. The selectman and the town administrator has also asked that I reduce on both budgets, proposed budgets, the stipends in half. I was requested to cut those in half.
For requests, reduced, oh, I didn't even notice that number changed.
So we have.
It didn't change. Oh, that is reduced by half on both.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Did I mess up?
No, it's the same on both. I thought one had it
Okay, yeah.
not reduced, one had it reduced.
We just don't want to make any money. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
my question was, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is that really saving the town of Dayton?
I don't know.
if that little makes a difference, we are in deep trouble as far as I'm concerned.
$1,200 a year across the planning board. Is that really making a drop in the bucket for operating?
1,200 each person?
1,200 total.
I think they're looking at it times X number of committees in town.
Yeah, I guess
that are making
I
a
think-
similar sacrifice.
Maybe I'm doing the math wrong, but it's under $2,000 for 12 months. Now, what's that really doing?
Are you gonna save a position by cutting everybody? That's the
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not at the top looking down, so I'm not going to sit here and criticize what's happening. I just when she mentioned that, I said it was
It was,
160 a month.
yep.
It went down to 80 a month. Now it's going down to 40 a month. So it's
Yeah,
40.
that's-
so it's $200
that's-
bucks a month. So yeah.
So now it's $100 a month,
So
and now they want to go to $50 a month. Am I
no,
wrong?
now it's $40 a month. It was 80.
Yeah, it's 40 now.
It's $40 a month. So the-
46, I think it's like 46 or something.
46
Okay.
net.
48 or something.
Yeah, yeah. So it to me it doesn't. I don't
I-
care because I don't rely on it anyway.
Yes.
Like I tell this story every single time somebody asks me about my pay on the planning board. I'm like, you know what? When I got elected to this planning board, I was shocked when I got a check in the mail. I'm like, you
Yeah,
paid me for this? I
Me
didn't even know I
too.
was gonna get
I
paid.
didn't. I really didn't expect.
I did not
that.
expect to get paid. It's not why I do this, but I just don't understand the savings. But then again, I'm not on the other end trying to balance everything, so I'm not gonna.
I don't think
it's
that's
odd.
enough to actually pay the accountant to add that into the figures.
I mean, all I can say is I'm glad I'm not in the finance committee. I'm glad I don't have to figure this out. But I just hope they know what they're doing.
Can I ask a question about the public hearings, the $1,000?
Mhm.
So what is the cost to the planning board for public hearings that is not borne
Application.
by the applicant?
That is not born the
Yeah, in
applicant.
other
So
words-
if we
so-
have like a zoning bylaw change,
That's
we
a
have to
public
have a
hearing
public
that we
hearing.
have to pay for the
That's what we
advertising
pay.
for. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
so we have to pay for the legal
okay.
costs, or for the legal ad that has to be printed twice.
Right.
And then if there's any requested abutters, sometimes abutters, so you might have someone that says, you know, if anything happens, I wanna be notified. You'd have to notify them, certified return receipt. But you also have to notify all the surrounding communities, all the surrounding towns, the mass housing and Serpent. So there's some a mailing cost in there is really what I'm
And
saying.
that piece of it, the notification is not borne by the applicant?
Not if it's a town
A town initiative.
if it's a town
Like zoning
initiated
change
public
kind of thing,
hearing.
right, okay.
If it's born the applicant, like tonight, they paid for the
Right,
abutters
gotcha.
mailing the legal notice and all of that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So I usually budget that because we'll have zoning bylaw changes. That's typically what that budget is for.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I personally, I don't think we should go down any lower than they already put us. They never asked me or any of you if they could take it from 160 or whatever, or 200 and you know, overall to 80 or 100. So I think it's pretty disgusting that we have to get onto that.
It's $20. It's $20 a meeting. So you're getting paid to be here. 22 bucks.
You know what? If they said we can't pay, that's fine. But it's the law; they have to pay something. This is
They
no,
are.
huh?
They are technically.
Okay, but they keep on going. If they keep going at this rate, they're not.
You know the rule, right? If you start off here and you go half the distance to the wall, you never get there. And you half it again, you half it again, you half it again. So it's impossible to actually ever hit the wall.
Yeah.
So you never hit zero. They always pay you something. I don't. All right. So you're kind of like, I don't care.
I don't
Guys,
either.
Does this bother you guys? I know it's gonna bother Woody.
I mean,
But he's not here.
Woody is always asking for 2% increase every single year.
Well,
so-
he's gonna get 50%
No, he's not going to
decrease.
get. Well, no, he was asking
I know.
originally from the original. So, anyways,
I
I don't care. Whatever you guys decide is fine by me. But
if we keep this thing, yeah.
We could say no and put the number back to what it was. It's gonna go up $2,400. I can do math now. I'm better. It's gonna go up $2,400 annually. Is what it's gonna turn into. Roughly, yeah.
No, I'm just
$200 a month.
speaking out of
is every
principle. Like,
department doing this doing the same thing
It
too?
was requested from every board and commissioner.
Okay, and what has anybody made a decision? Any
I
board?
believe they did. I think they're just, I
Go-
haven't heard a no, let's put it that way.
Get Kish.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be the one to. I'll let you guys decide whatever.
I already said I don't care.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
So we're approving this today. Without Woody.
Well, he said that he left the board at the time, but that, so
It's next fiscal year.
yeah.
It's 2027.
July 1st is when this
And he
takes,
doesn't
if it
want-
gets approved by town
And he's
meeting.
not running again?
No, he is not. Present. When he finds out about this, he probably definitely won't.
I mean,
Chris, speak your mind.
it's fine.
Okay,
It's-
all right.
I just, then next year we're here again, same thing. So.
And when it gets down to $1,
It's still
much-
50 cents
Much
after that.
like waivers, we're setting a tone. You know, if we vote yes on all waivers, we're just setting a tone. That's,
We don't vote yes on all waivers.
I'm not saying we do, but if we did, we're just setting the expectation that that's all. You asked for my opinion.
Yeah, I get it. I asked for it. I understand, but we all got to do our part, and it sounds like we'd be the only ones not doing our part.
We're not here for the money.
yeah, that's.
I'm not here for the money. So, I mean,
I do have a second question. So professional and technical includes legal fees, right?
Correct.
I'm here for the snacks.
So I remember when we cut it from 14 to 10, and I was like, what happens if, we wind up with our back against the wall and blah, blah, blah. Is there any thought that unused professional technical, rather than just going back into free cash, that it can actually be going to an account that gets banked year after year? No,
Can't do it.
you can't do that. And I'm only thinking about the legal fees.
Yeah.
Like we have an account, a soft account for legal fees
Yeah.
that we can draw from, add to different years have different needs, doesn't work.
Yeah,
Not
no.
possible.
When this budget is approved,
Sorry. An IOLTA account is what?
yeah, like an escrow account,
Yeah.
Yeah,
is that what you're thinking? No,
Yeah.
not, when a budget is approved at town meeting and it's expended at the end of that year, any remaining monies goes back into, I think it's free
free
cash,
cash, right,
goes into free cash.
yeah,
The only way we could be able to use some of the professional and technical is say we know that an appeal is coming up
something
and we're
started
gonna
this
do
year, it's gonna carry
something.
into next year,
You can only do it up until it's billed until the June 30th.
okay,
So you can encumber monies that you know is gonna be expended, but it still has to be expended in that FY 26 year.
right, okay.
If it's July 1st, then you have to use the new approved budget.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna throw this out there for discussion. Any excess money you must return to free cash. However, what is to stop your attorney for creating a concierge service and placing monies in escrow for unanticipated expenses and carrying it over for 1 year to the next?
He can hold money external like that?
I don't think so.
That's the same thing that we were just talking
Your
about.
attorney couldn't create
You would have to have a reason for doing that, no?
concierge service,
Like a retainer.
like a retainer.
Like when a lawyer has someone on retainer.
Doctors are doing it now too.
That would be a question for the accountant and counsel. I don't think that's something our town, or I don't think that's allowed, but you can set up a special article, which we do have. We do have a special article that was created 2 years ago to handle the legal fees for Forest Hills
Mhm.
Estates.
Yeah.
And that carries over every single year, cause it was a special article, money set aside to do that. But these aren't special articles. You can't do that with normal articles, for lack of a better term. You'd have to do a special article, and that would have to be approved at town meeting.
These numbers, this
Ugh,
stipend
yeah,
is actually not 50%.
it's not, what did I do?
It's last year's. You can leave it, it's fine.
You wanna leave it? I'll leave it if you want me
Because
to.
I'm trying to make sense of the numbers. I'm like, no, that's,
I know, now that you're saying it, I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at your worksheet and
Second guessing myself now.
the proposed percent increase is 0. It should be -50.
It should be. So it's half of that?
So it says FY27 department request is 11953.
It should be half of that.
FY26 is 11953. So it's actually exactly what it was last year. So you made the numbers work. You can just leave the numbers as is.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
Good job, Carrie.
You're welcome.
It's actually the same numbers as last year.
So you can hit me with the ruler now.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
my apologies.
All right, so we should
Sure.
hurry up and vote on that. So we should vote on both of these because you need a contingency, right? Or a backup plan for failed debt
Meaning-
exclusion. So we're
Yes,
voting
so
for
we
both?
need a vote to approve both budgets, one for the no debt exclusion and one for the
Okay.
debt exclusion.
All right, this is like this is kind of like when there's a potential flag in the play. You gotta hurry up and snap the ball. So let's go ahead and
1
take this.
second left on the clock.
Let's go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the fiscal year 2027 budget as presented here. Both the approved debt exclusion version and the failed debt exclusion version.
So move.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nice work, everybody. All right, next item on the agenda is the approval of meeting minutes for December 3rd, 2025. Can somebody please make a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make that motion.
No, second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Is anybody not here that we have to sign? That's for a public hearing. Any additional correspondence?
No.
Nothing further. Any additional public input? Anybody online? Anything, Mr. Hall? All right, can somebody make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, Cable. Good night, you two.